Rachel Botsman. In your new book, Who Can You Trust? You talk about trust and technology. Why is trust so important, so critical in the digital age?
Well, it's interesting. Lots of people have been talking about technology, but I didn't feel like we really understood the relationship between technology and trust. That if you want people to place their faith in new products and ideas, whether it be something like Airbnb or a self-driving car or digital medication, you need trust. And so you really need to understand how trust works and how it enables people to try new technologies if you are in any kind of business of innovation.
How did the trust change now in the digital age? How did it shift?
Well, the nature of trust hasn't changed. So the fact that trust is a human belief, it's a feeling. And trust is really about placing your faith that you have confidence in someone or something. That hasn't changed. What technology has done is it's changed whom we trust. So complete strangers on the internet being a good example. And it's changed the speed that we can trust. And so I think one of the really interesting things is should the conversation be around a lack of trust, or should the conversation be actually around how technology speeds up this process and possibly enables us to give our trust away too easily?
How does it end up to give it away too easy? Because on the other side, trust is also easily shaken.
So I think we see this at the moment with Facebook, and we see this with social media, where technology can it removes the friction of sharing information, right? So we don't always think about, like, should I trust this person for information around Brexit or vaccinations or whatever the thing is? We become sort of less aware of what's influencing and shaping our beliefs and ideas. And equally, we can become really quick to share that information. And that's just one example of how technology has accelerated the way we can trust. On the flip side of it, it's made us and enable us to trust strangers in weird and wonderful ways. So my first book was actually about the sharing economy, and the idea of trusting total strangers to share your home seemed like an impossible idea even 10 years ago. So I think how trust is going to enable us to take these leaps, it's really just beginning.
You talk about the leaps. What are the next leaps in the nearest future?
So the way I think about taking a risk to do something new or different is what I call a trust leap. I think the biggest trust leaps we're going to take next are around our health. So I think how we figure out what's going on with our bodies and what we're prepared to digest. So the digitization of pills. So I think health trackers and things like that were really just sort of the cosmetic phase of this is going to be absolutely huge. Trust around machines and machine learning. So at the moment, the idea of leaving your children with a robot or getting a robot to help them with their homework, it seems like too much of a trust leap. But that's probably not that far off. So I think the trust leaps that are the most interesting are those that either feel like really ick or really frightening or something that's quite impossible. And that's where the real disruption and changes to our behavior will come from.